You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into your December 1st edition of Good Morning Vail. I can't believe we've made it into December already. Both mountains are open for you to get out there and enjoy. Colorado Gives Day is right around the corner, and we're going to give you some more information on how you can participate or a nonprofit that you can support here in the community in just a minute. We're also going to introduce you to Bill Humbert, the recruiter guy, in case you're stuck in the job board rut. Maybe you don't even know what that is. Well, we've got all that information for you, and it's time to start decorating. So Kim and Ben are going to show us how to make some beautiful snowflakes for your home. It all happens right here on Good Morning Vail, which starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging on to our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
I'm Jason Kennedy, and this is The Wager. Let's go, Wes! We've all heard about this pickleball craze. Celebrities are playing pickleball matches all the time, and they're challenging each other to these ridiculous bets. Now I'm bringing the cameras to their house with new celebrities and a new bet every week.
Hell of a rally there.
It's just real, genuine conversation.
I got invited to Usher's birthday party. What am I doing here?
And some pretty crazy antics.
you're in a job board rut. Do you even know what that is? Well, I had the opportunity to chat with the expert recruiter guy, Bill Humbert, about what the job board rut is and how you can make your way out of it. So let's introduce you to Bill. Welcome back to the show. Did you know there's such thing as a job board rut? Well, I'm here with the expert, Bill Humbert, the recruiter guy. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Maddie. How are you today?
I'm wonderful and always excited to learn more about what the job board rut is and how candidates might be stuck in it, but how companies might be stuck in it.
Yeah, companies, they can get stuck in it very easily because it's the easy way to find candidates, they think. And so Bill Warren, back in 1992, so 32 years ago, he founded the Online Career Center that was later purchased by Monster, and most of you folks have heard about Monster. And I had the opportunity to leverage this because MCI was one of the initial companies. Now, my mission was to facilitate the transition of the new commercial billing systems IT organization from Pentagon City, Virginia to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, where I later found out, had about 18 IT professionals who would meet the MCI culture, and that's very difficult. So that meant that I had to recruit a minimum of 120 candidates from all over the United States to Cedar Rapids.
And how many did you have to recruit over a certain period of time? Because I know there was an intense timeline to it.
You're right, Maddie. I had from January 1st, 1993 to December 31st, 1993, and I was a sole recruiter, to recruit and have people in seats in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I needed a minimum of 120 people on board by December 31st, 1993. So, that was really tough to do that. And I went to OCC and I looked at it. But unfortunately, at that point, very few candidates had ever heard of it. And so I had to find other ways to find the right people to bring them to Cedar Rapids and relocate them to Cedar Rapids.
Now, if it was not for the job board, what other tools did you use?
Well, I had this wonderful marketing person. Her name is Lori Gentle, and she was very creative and developed marketing tools for us to use. And then as I was working with with her and with the managers, so I worked directly with the managers. I didn't work with human resources. They were great in terms of supporting our efforts, filling the positions, telling me which recs I had open, and making sure the offer letters went out like that. Because if they didn't, then somebody else was going to snap up those candidates. And so I worked directly with the managers to find and recruit the right candidates.
And why do you feel like companies today are in a job board rut?
Well, I know that they're not going to want to hear this, but most companies do not have professional salespeople who are doing their recruiting. They have people who are very nice people and they're in HR, and HR professionals typically are hired to do the HR important work, benefits, compensation, employee development, employee relations, etc. And they are not competent, most of them, in a sales position. And during their interviews, they're not even interviewed for a sales position. So the only thing they know is to post positions on the job boards and then hope the right person is looking at the job board and they're posting.
Now, if a company is facing a recruiting challenge, that's where you come in as the expert to help them kind of get the traction going to find that perfect candidate. How can they get in contact with you?
It's very easy to get in contact with me. Here is the QR code for looking at the job board or at my website that demonstrates that recruiting mirrors the sales process perfectly. And once they go through that, if they're interested in having a conversation with me, just go to the red banner on my homepage and it says Speak with Bill. Click on that, and at some time that's convenient for them, they can pick a date and a time that works for them that is on my calendar, and I'll talk to them. As a matter of fact, this morning I received a calendar notification from somebody who did that exact thing.
Which I think it's so wonderful because you can really help the starting process to find the perfect candidates and to help candidates find that perfect position. Now, as we're making our way through the end of the year, it is the time to start looking for a new job.
It is, and it's a time for managers to really beat the bushes and go after the people who aren't on the job boards, the really good people, and have them come on board. You can interview them, extend them an offer, and give them a start date in the brand new budget year after January 1st.
Bill, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information, and always helping business and candidates succeed in the best way possible.
Thank you, Maddie. It's fun for me to be here.
Make sure that you go to therecruiterguide.com. That way you can have the opportunity to chat with Bill himself and get all this wonderful information on how you can improve getting out of the job board rut. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Coming at you from around the world. The biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's no way.
Exclusive access and one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, you guys really did some deep research.
I don't think we should give him any more information.
In depth with Graham Bensinger.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
This show looks at anything that has an engine and a story told by the owners.
This is a scooter. Have you had it the whole time?
I have not. It's actually the third time I've owned the car.
Sell, regret, sell, regret.
To the actual prototype GT40, I got to sit in that car.
Oh, I gotta get me one of these, man.
We've got all the muscle, the speed, and the stories.
I got stage 4 cancer. A bunch of friends came together and decided that this thing needed to get done then. A lot of friends came together and made this thing happen.
Hey, if it has an engine and a story, you're going to hear about it on rides.
Almost every vehicle, doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, there's some tie to your past.
Good morning, Vail.
Now that we're into December, it's time to start doing your holiday decorating. And a great way to do that is with some at-home crafts that you can do with the kids or as adults. So we're going to step into the craft world with Kim and Ben as they're going to teach us how to make some homemade snowflakes.
So it is the holiday season, which means you're probably decorating your house or looking for fun things to do while the kids are out of school. And Ben, I know you grew up crafting because your mom is an aficionado of crafts.
Certainly did. It was one of the biggest things that we did in my house during the holidays was just a whole bunch of different types of crafts. But I think you've got a new one for us.
I do, but before we get into that, do you have a childhood favorite? What was your favorite craft to make?
I think the favorite one that we made as a kid were we would make kits of stick horses.
Okay.
So with wooden dowels, we would use some of those classic, Heinz socks with just the sock puppet socks.
And then you just tie them with some string. I used to make ornaments with my grandma and my cousins every year. But we are going to show you a fun and easy way to make paper bag snowflakes. These are gorgeous decorations. Plus you can keep them up through the winter season because they're snowflakes. They're not necessarily Santa or reindeer or bright lights.
Well, and especially around here, we've got the Christmas lights up all year round. We've got the decorations around all year. It's a great addition to the house.
It really is. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So what you want to do is you can use brown bags or white. We chose white today because
snowflakes.
Easy, duh. So we're going to go ahead and we each are going to get 8 paper bags. So we're going to go ahead and separate those out. But what's really great about this, outside of the paper bags, you can do fun concepts. You would need a glue stick or a hot glue gun. So while our hot glue heats up, we're counting out our bags here. And you're basically going to stack them all together with some glue. And then we're just going to cut out some fun shapes here.
Do I actually have 8 here? I do not. There's 8.
All right. 1, 2. So we're just counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect.
All right. Now I've got 8 as well.
So what's great is that this is a cheap and easy and fun holiday craft. If you've got kids, this is a great way to sit around the table and just kind of,
And with so few supplies too, it's something that you can do in your hotel room. It's something that you can get the kids occupied in and engaged in when you're here on vacation too. Don't need a whole lot of setup or preparation.
And you don't really have to plan anything out either. That's the fun part. So, assuming our glue gun is hot, we're going to go ahead and what you're basically going to do is you're going to take your paper bag and you want to make sure that this side is down. So the little flap is down. That's your base. You're just going to put some dots. We'll see if this works here. Just a couple dots along the seam of your paper bag. Go ahead and do that. I'll give that to you if you want to stack the next one and just stack them on top.
Just stack them on top with the base put down.
The base down,
Gotcha.
So we'll do the next one. I'll just kind of alternate. Since I'm on the side of the glue gun, I'll take the next one. And so we've got 2 so far here. 2, 3, 4, 5. You just want to give about 5 of them, 5 little dots, just to stick them together. They'll hold longer that way.
Trying to keep everything symmetrical?
Everything's symmetrical. You want to make it nice and perfect. So we've got a few there, and we'll move on to the next one. And you just kind of keep stacking them until all 8 are glued together. So we'll make this quick here. We'll make 2 snowflakes if we've got time for it. If not,
oh no,
that's okay. You can just pull it off really quickly and flip it over. There we go. And then basically you've kind of got glue on the other side already. So we'll go ahead and stick that one. We'll put a couple dots right there.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of working with hot glue.
Right.
Except it's hot, so
it doesn't melt right away
it
or
doesn't
stick right away.
Dry right away. You want to make sure that your little hands, you keep them off. So if you are a mom and you're doing this with a 2 or 3-year-old, you may want to be the one putting the glue onto onto the paper bags here. But you can use a glue stick, you can use just Elmer's glue, whatever it is. And you just kind of keep putting the dots there. Looks like we might need another glue stick, which is great because these are only about $1.50 at Walmart to buy a pack of 10. So really cheap, easy craft. Made it. Look at that. There we go. Teamwork makes the dream work. So yeah, you just kind of keep doing that until you've got all 8 stacked. Awesome. We're moving on to the next one.
What's our next step there?
So the next step will be, once these are all glued together, you're just going to take your scissors, and you've got a pair of scissors, so we'll let you work on this one.
Gotcha.
And I'll get started on the next one. And you just kind of cut your shapes however you want to. You don't really have to plan anything. That's the beauty of this arts and craft. And it's like real snowflakes. You know, sometimes I like to catch them on my glove when you're on the chairlift, and you can see all of the detail and all the intricacies of...
I think that's 8.
That looks great. Awesome. No, well, we're adding one more because I put the glue on. So what you're going to do now, Ben, is I'll let you have this stack. So you're going to cut symmetrically on both sides. And just
kind of cutting in.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you're cutting not where the bag stacks, but you want to cut like above it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yep, and then symmetrically cut the different shapes. And
don't cut any of
the folded part.
Base.
As you can see, you don't want to cut that part. So you're going to cut right where the seam is. There's a little bit of a seam, and you want to make sure that you cut there.
Ooh, let's see if my scissors can do it.
If not, I've got a second pair over here.
Let me see that here.
There we go.
See if these might work.
Hair cutting scissors, always good to have them on hand. They're usually a lot sharper.
They usually are.
But you just kind of stack them together, and I'll make a mini one just to demonstrate a little bit more while you cut that. But when you do the 8 of them, it's nice and big and full. So we're going to keep this shape very simple. I've got 1, 2, 3.
Do I want to avoid cutting across the middle line?
You do. You really do. So you don't even have to make them deep cuts. That's the cool part, because once we fan these open, the design is going to be so cool, and we cannot wait to see it. So I'm doing a mini one just to show you kind of what that would look like and what your cuts would look like. So triangles are good, and you can just do a nice like little triangle here. And just pull that out if you want to. All right. We'll show you at the end of the show what these will look like. But what's fun about it is you can decorate them. You can put like glitter on them. We've got like tacky spray paint.
Ooh.
So you can spray it and then decorate it with glitter. It makes it a little bit cleaner, but that's why we have paper here. So if we do put glitter on it, you know, you're not throwing it all over the place, but everybody loves the glitter.
Don't end up getting the glitter all over everything like the dog.
Exactly. But stay tuned. Ben and I will finish our snowflakes, and you'll see them at the end of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Ben and I crafted snowflakes out of paper bags. You're probably going, how in the world does that actually work?
You did a much better job than I did.
You know, it is what it is. I am a resident crafter in regard to paper bag snowflakes. But basically, we took 8 paper bags and glued them together with hot glue. We still have our hot glue here. But what you're going to do is you're going to slide your hand into the inside of the 2 outside paper bags. And you're just going to open it just like that. We get this gorgeous, beautiful snowflake. Now, here's the trick. You've got to hot glue them together, and that's going to be the fun part.
All right. You want me to hold that one for you?
Just kind of hold it right there. Or if you just want, yep, there you go. We're just going to hot glue. So as I stick the glue there, stick them together. So start pushing them together there. Yep, and you're just going to kind of do this, just like that. And you just kind of stick it all together. So you grab the edges and stick it all together just like that. And look at that. We've got a gorgeous, beautiful snowflake. Now, here's the fun part. I like this one. I'm about to make a mess all over the studio. We're just going to lay it flat, and then I've got some sticky adhesive. You're going to shake it up. Ben's like, let me get out of the way here. Shake it up, and then you're just going to spray a little bit on it here, just like that. And the beauty of this is that it's a snowflake, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect. But this is really sticky. You hold about 8 to 12 inches away, and we're just going to go ahead. I'm a big glitter girl. You're just going to sprinkle it on just like that. And the best part is you make sure they have newspaper down to catch all the glitter. And we've got a bunch of it. And it really doesn't matter, you know, what it looks like, because snowflakes are unique and individual in their own way.
It really came together a lot different than I was expecting, and it's huge, which
That's
is
the
just
best part.
awesome.
And just shake off the excess glitter. There we go.
Of course, yours looks quite a bit better.
You know what, though? I
mine.
wouldn't worry about it because what's unique about it all is that, you I will say it, he cut well, but, I mean, are you kidding? Look at that. It's still gorgeous.
Good morning, Vail.
Experience the magic of the season like never before with the Leadville Railroad on our Holiday Express. Gather the family for an enchanting journey filled with dazzling displays of twinkling lights and festive decorations. Create cherished memories that will last a lifetime on this unforgettable train adventure that captures the spirit of the holidays. Booking information at leadvillerailroad.com.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
Hi, it's Julio Garcia with TV8, and we're about to add some extra jolly to your holiday season. Join us for TV8's 12 Days Before Christmas and ring in the New Year advertising specials. For just $250, you can advertise your business on TV8 during the all-important holiday season. We'll run your commercial spot 10 times per day for 12 days. That's 120 spots to help drive traffic to your business. Choose the 12 Days of Christmas or run your ad during the Ring in the New Year special, which starts on December 26th and runs for 12 days. Or better yet, purchase both for just $450. Don't have a commercial? Don't worry, TV8 will help create one from your photos or videos at no extra charge. So don't delay. A deal this good won't last long. Contact the station to reserve your spot, and from all of us at TV8, have a wonderful holiday season.
It's time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that.
And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com. Their NFL insider, one of them, is hanging out with us on the program today.
Did you see Caitlin Clark last night? She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning three as time expires. Let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page.
Tune in Saturdays at 5 p.m. for Offbeat Cinema, where the coffee is always hot and the movies are oh so cool. Find us on Xfinity Channel 92 or on our website at tv8vail.com.
Good morning, Vail.
This weather report is sponsored by Grand Hyatt Vail. Get your tickets now for Thanksgiving dinner at Gessner, located on the second floor of the Grand Hyatt.
We had the opportunity to chat with the author of Calm Your Mind with Food. Nutrition is everything, and it really helps you maybe feel a lot better, not only physically but mentally too. So let's hear what the book's all about.
Welcome back, everybody. It's your Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail here on TV8. I'm your host, Liz, and I have somebody very special next to my face here on a Zoom meeting, and this is Dr. Uma Naidu. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Liz. It's so great to see you.
I'm so happy to have you here. Now, you are the author of Calm Your Mind with Food. Now, what people don't understand is that you can have a stress-free life depending upon the foods that you eat, not only in your everyday world, but especially coming up for the holidays. We have so much food coming our way to feast upon, but we have a lot of anxiety and things like that. Now, we did not know that certain foods can reduce anxiety. I'm going to show everybody this book that you wrote.
Thank you.
And I would love to hear a little bit more information on this. So what they say is a key component of anxiety reducing diet is fiber. Now, that's very intriguing, and I really want to know more about fiber because, you think of what fiber's goal is or role is, but there's more to it than that, and I would love to hear from you exactly what that is all about.
Thank you so much, Liz. When we hear the word fiber, we often think about an orange drink or something our grandmothers have, but the truth is that fiber is in all these foods right here, the vegetables, the fruit, the beans, nuts, seeds, legumes, very satiating to us and actually takes care of our gut health. We've heard about the gut microbiome. There are trillions of microbes that live there. We need to feed them, and fiber is just satiating, keeps us full, but also takes care of our gut health, which is related to our brain health. So I just want you to think, add more whole foods in. Even something like an avocado is rich in fiber.
Healthy.
So make sure that you add those in because it has healthy fat and fiber. But also like people to have things that they can remember when they're on the go because it is a busy season and I want you to be able to enjoy it. So have this little acronym called CALM, CALMS. Very easy. I want you to think vitamin C from your citrus fruit, your lemons and limes that you might add to your water or squeeze into your salad, but also clementines, mandarins, those fruit that have vitamin C in them. Then I want you to think, you'll love this one, extra dark chocolate. Extra dark chocolate is really good for you, not the candy bars, but the ones that are super dark.
With the cacao.
Also something, exactly, 70% or higher of cacao is exactly what you want to be looking for. Chickpeas is another one to think about because it has fiber. It's really, it's rich in tryptophan. It's got a lot of stuff that's good to keep your mind calm. So the C is colors, these textures, the fiber as well. Then I want you to think A. A is this beautiful color. Anthocyanins is what gives blueberries this beautiful color. I want you to think, adding a little bit, a quarter cup or so of blueberries to your diet every day. Add that in as fruit. It also has fiber in it, as well as nutrients that you need. And then ashwagandha. Now, ashwagandha has been used in Ayurvedic times, but it's very bitter tasting. So think of a supplement powder or a pill there. And definitely speak to your doctor if you're thinking about it, because ashwagandha can help anxiety, but your doctor will know what else you might be taking.
I was going to ask you, ashwagandha is a natural resource for people who have anxiety and a high central nervous system. Isn't that correct? It's kind of like an herb that you could possibly take for that?
It is an herb, exactly. Okay. And because it's bitter tasting, I look for usually a powder or a pill.
Right.
But it has some good evidence for calming the mind, and it's worth looking at. I just want people to, because they take other medications to make sure their doctors know.
And that's a natural remedy.
It is a natural remedy, and it can be bought as a supplement these days as well. Then the L is for liquids. I want you to remember your water. I want you to hydrate on the go, keep your sustainable water bottle, but also think about making yourself a calming tea like passion flower tea, because that will keep you not only hydrated. When you're hydrated, believe it or not, you are less anxious. So important to remember there. Then the M is for more omega-3s, which you can get from something like salmon. Today, I just have a can of salmon here, but you can get it from your fresh salmon, from your seafood department, whatever, however you might be able to purchase it. And the other M, by the way, you can also get omegas if you don't consume seafood from flax seeds, hemp seeds, and the like. You get those there as well. Healthy fats for your brain, for your body. Now, the other M is magnesium. A lot of Americans don't consume enough magnesium. So add these in. Really, whole foods is the easiest, best way to get that in. And the last part of carbs is the S for spices and herbs. So I have my little spice box here. You know, the holidays are full of warming spices and holiday spices. Add them into your food. Add in those fresh herbs. I've got some oregano here. You know, there's lots of delicious herbs we use for Thanksgiving and the holidays. Add them in because herbs and spices are low calorie or no calorie. They have rich antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, so they're a super easy add-in. So overall, I want you to think fiber, which you can get from all these foods on this table. You know, plant foods all have fiber in them. You don't get really you don't get fiber from animal or seafood proteins, but you know you have everything else with your vegetables, your herbs, your spices. So add those in. Add those in your chickpeas, your beans, your nuts and seeds. Really gives you what you need for a good basis to keep yourself calm.
Well, I just love all of this information. And the one thing I learned, and since you are a certified board psychologist and chef and a nutritionist, is magnesium good for helping people get restful sleeps?
It really is. So magnesium, it's great that you say that, Liz, because a lot of people who are anxious may not sleep well. They don't connect the two.
That would be me.
They just feel like, you know, maybe it's their sleep. Magnesium really helps. There are different forms of magnesium that you can get if you're taking a supplement. You just want to speak to your doctor about that, but you can also get it from food. Another great tip for sleeping better, in addition to magnesium, is melatonin can be found in things like chickpeas and eggs. And so I say to people, you know, flip your breakfast to dinner, have an omelet, an early dinner, have an omelet which is rich in some of those foods and nutrients that can help you ease yourself into sleep as well.
I can't thank you enough for being here with us, and we've learned a lot. There are so many great foods out there and spices and fruits and vegetables that we can do, and it will help our brains and our minds and our just everything just work and feel a little bit better. Calm Your Mind with Food, written by Uma Haidu. Thank you so much, dear, for being with us this morning. I think we've taken a lot away with us, and to have somebody with your expertise, it's just a wonderful thing to have here on Good Morning Vail here on TV8. So we've learned a lot. And how do we get your book? Are you on Amazon?
I am on Amazon. I'm on my own website, umanaidumd.com. Follow me on social at DRUMANAIDOO and get my free newsletter.
Perfectly. They might even have your book over at the Bookworm here in Edwards.
That's
we can't
right.
thank you enough for being with us. Calm Your Mind with Food by Dr. Uma Haidu. Grab it today and learn a lot of how we can take care of ourselves through food. You have a wonderful day. Thank you very much for being with us, Doctor.
Thank you, Liz.
All right,
Thanks so
we'll
much.
be right back with more Good Morning Vail after this word on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits. Woo. Eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, we see one couple fall in love with a waterfront fixer-upper.
It sort of wrapped its arms around us and said, you want me, and we did.
And watch as another battles over the budget.
We're trying to look through and see where we can trim at this point.
Are you looking to trim it, Ginger?
No.
No. Construction pros show us the right way to renovate.
Well, we had to do a roof over. We had to hand build a lot of the trusses.
As we're putting the thin set down, the self-leveler has a little clip that clips up underneath the edge of the tile.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Discover the perfect blend of style and performance in your eyewear at Eyepieces. With convenient locations in Vail Village, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Basalt, and Snowmass, Eyepieces is the destination for luxury eyewear and high-performance optics. From iconic brands to the latest in sport frames and snow goggles, we have the eyewear to match your mountain lifestyle. Plus, we offer prescription lens services, including eye exams, custom lenses, and prescription goggles for your mountain adventures. Visit us today to experience the art of vision. Eyepieces, serving the Vail Valley's vision needs for over 40 years.
Good morning, Vail.
Colorado Gives Day is right around the corner, and we have so many wonderful nonprofits here in the community. A great way to get to know them is tuning in to TV8's Good Morning Vail, because we're going to introduce you to all of these great nonprofits. And right now, we're going to introduce you to Heads Up for Hope.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Tuesday morning, and I told you we had some wonderful guests coming in from Heads Up for Hope. Now, this is a wonderful non-for-profit organization, and like I said, every Tuesday we feature a special group in our community that gives back, and that we have Colorado Gives Day and Colorado Gives and Eagle County Gives all coming up, so we're going to find out what the deal is with Heads Up for Hope. I happen to know what you guys do, and you're wonderful Elizabeth Sullivan and Diane Smook. How are you ladies this morning?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, first I want to say thanks for driving in. I know you came all the way from Eagle in this crazy weather, and you came from Edwards, so did I. But we made it because this is an important subject. Now, let's find out what's going on with Heads Up for Hope. How are you participating in Colorado Gives? And then we also want to let everybody know, in case they've been living in a shelter somewhere or a cave, what you guys are all about.
Absolutely. You want to start?
Thank you, Liz.
You're welcome.
It's our pleasure to be here.
Nice to have you, too.
Yes. Heads Up for Hope was a nonprofit that was started about 2018 by two people who had brain injuries with not a lot of resources in our community. So they put an ad in the paper and people showed up.
Nice.
Nice, okay. And from there, we have moved on to be an official nonprofit. We now, we have meetings, support meetings.
Nice.
Tuesdays, first and third Tuesday of the month. Anybody is welcome to join us. It's a trigger-free environment. People can share their challenges, frustrations, but most importantly, we celebrate their accomplishments. And sometimes the accomplishments are so tiny that everybody else doesn't recognize it, but we do.
Especially with a brain injury,
Right.
you don't know how limited you've become once you achieve
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
So it's always a goal when you take another step forward towards being better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and we help survivors and caregivers. So we
I
have
love that.
people that come that are caregivers for brain injured survivor people. And that's huge too, because you need to support the caregivers just as much as the brain injured.
Sometimes it might even be more harrowing on the caregiver because they have a lot more to attend to as opposed, I mean, you know, it's a struggle no matter what. I mean, obviously, if you're going through a traumatic brain injury, it can't be anything but a challenge from there on in. But then the people, the altruistic people like you guys and the caregivers that rally around somebody that's going through this, it's awesome. I'm amazed it only started not too long ago because it seems like something that's been around forever, or at least should have been around forever.
Right. Well, we started it because there was
You
no.
guys started it?
Well, the two people she was talking about started a different group. And then four of us came together in 2018 and said there's no resources here for the brain injured people or population. There's no support, there's no resources. So we're trying to change that. This is our third year participating in Colorado Gives Day, Eagle County Gives Day, and every year we perpetually, that's a new word.
Perpetually. If you can spell it, we will use it.
Okay. We go higher and higher on what we bring in, and we want to do that because we want to offer more resources for our population.
I think it's a very beautiful thing. What made both of you ladies get involved in something like this?
Well, you know my story.
I do, but if you want to share a tiny bit of it.
Sure. I have a son that was at the ski academy, and his junior year he had a traumatic brain injury at the Aspen Open, and it's changed his life. So he lives,
and yours.
Yep, and he lives in a brain injury residential house in Denver, hence because there's nothing up here.
Wow.
Yep. And then Diane's story.
So I was an occupational therapist for 40 years.
Oh, wow. No wonder I love her so much. You just have this great energy about it.
Thank you.
You do.
And when my husband and I retired to Colorado, I was looking for something to volunteer.
Okay.
So I saw this little ad in the paper that said, first ever brain injury support group. And I said, oh, maybe I can go and help out a little bit.
Nice.
And that's all I wanted to do. Until they figured out who I was and what I was able to do. And they lassoed me, put me on the board.
Wow.
And the rest is history.
I think that's amazing.
It's amazing.
It really
is.
And what I love is that you didn't have to have a personal situation that brought you into this topic of help. You just want to be somebody that helps. You want to be a charitable human being. And I think that a lot of people in our community are like that. Yeah. And I know if you guys are looking for more volunteers or anything like that, but we want to give the people information on how to reach you. And I know you have some kind of little barcode that we can scan for that. Yes. And I'm going to stick this on my car right next to my
thank you.
My rock and roll never dies sticker. But
so the interesting thing about our participants in our brain injury support group is that if you would come and visit us on one of our meeting days, everybody looks just like you and me. So it's a hidden problem.
That makes sense.
And so for our participants, their family members, their friends, their coworkers, their bosses, their community members see them as what they were, but they don't function the way they used to.
Right.
And behavior is a huge thing.
Yep.
So
also reactionary
behavior. We have cross-population of brain-injured people with a lot of mental and behavioral issues and problems.
It's hard to tell the difference, right?
And yes, and somebody just like Diane said, you can look fine, but then your behavior is a little off.
Right.
And
or a lot off.
Or a lot off.
And people don't sometimes understand that it could be something just like, and even if it's a brain injury or a emotional mental disposition, people should be a little bit more understanding and a little bit more nurturing for this. So I guess that's why you guys came in, because I can't believe what an overlooked situation. I mean, how many people fall on their heads out here?
A lot.
Or hit their heads on trees. I mean, I fell on my head 3 times and I don't even ski.
And then we see people riding their bikes without helmets.
Right.
And we have
that makes you nervous.
We were just like, no, don't do that. Kids and adults.
Oh, I know. I mean, adults don't want to look stupid.
I was skiing Sunday, and there was a guy right in front of me, probably my age, and no helmet. And
skiing?
Like, yes. Oh, yep. So we want to bring awareness around the things that you can do to help your situation and your noggin and your brain.
Yes.
We always say, what's the most important part of your brain? I'm sorry, your body.
Your head.
And it's your head.
Right.
It is your head.
Yep. Now, do you guys also do, it sounds like you wouldn't have to, but do you do any kind of information for people where they have precautionary measures and ways to prevent brain injuries from occurring? I know they sound like simple things, but obviously they're not penetrating. So I didn't know if you guys do a little thing online or anything like, these are ways to prevent.
We do not.
We have several goals, and one of the goals is to enhance education for preventing brain injuries. Because if you prevent the brain injury, then you don't have to deal with the brain injury or the after effects. And it's not just even a brain injury, it's a concussion.
Yeah.
A concussion can really alter people for a bit of time.
And people don't always know they have a concussion.
And they don't always know. They hit their head, they go home.
Go to sleep.
And then the next day they have a hard time. So the beauty of the support group is that everybody in the support group understands what you're going through, even though everybody's an individual and has individual aspects of impairment. And that is a sense of community within that brain injury community.
Yeah,
so from our support group, many of our participants have developed friendships. and they do things together outside, 1 or 2 or 3 of them.
Love
and
that.
so they can't go to happy hour because they can't tolerate the lights and the noise.
Okay.
But they can still engage with some friends doing something simple like going on this walk, taking the dog
Right.
for a walk, going
Go to the
fishing,
park
go
or
to the
anything,
park.
yes.
We also offer special events. So we've had a painting class.
Ooh, I
we've
like that.
had cooking classes. We've gone to the horse rescue, which is amazing.
Yeah,
the
we've had
horse
them
rescue,
here.
oh my
Just
gosh.
incredible.
We've had special speakers come to our meetings to talk about other resources within our community. And
we are doing a huge push
Let's do
for
it.
money because we have very exciting news. We are bringing in Kevin Pierce, who was an Olympian.
Wow.
Going to the Olympics in 2010 and had a traumatic brain injury in the half pipe. He and his brother started a foundation called Love Your Brain Foundation. We are bringing him in next September in conjunction with the Ski Academy and VSSA, the Ski Academy and Ski Club.
Right.
And we're going to do a huge fundraiser.
I'm so excited. Do you know when?
Yes, September 17th and 18th.
Okay, you sure?
Yep.
We're excited.
We had to lock him in because he's a very kind of famous person in the brain injury world.
Right.
He's very famous.
That's amazing. What a grab, huh?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to need a lot of help. You know,
Okay.
time, talent, treasures.
Okay.
That's what nonprofits look for.
That's right.
So if you have any of the above, we are looking for you.
And it's headsupforhope.org, correct?
Yes.
So you can go to headsupforhope.org and find out how you can volunteer, how you can donate. And please remember, Colorado Gives Day is just around the corner. Eagle
Right.
County Gives and all of the other good stuff. So we want to make sure that this is one of your non-for-profit organizations that you look forward to donating to and volunteering for. I can't thank you ladies enough. I told you 10 minutes goes by really fast. It's Elizabeth Sullivan and Diane Smook from Heads Up for Hope. We can't thank you ladies enough for being here with us and for going through the treacherous snow to get here. It's Good Morning Vail, everybody, on TV8. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Good morning, Vail.
There's no better place to spend the holidays than right here in the Vail Valley. Kick off the season with plenty of chances to smile with Santa. You don't want to miss the Lion's Head tree lighting on November 30th or the Vail Village tree lighting on December 8th. And of course, what is a holiday season without the Vail Kris Kringle Market? Visit discovervail.com for all the details. The Villar Performing Arts Center also has an exciting lineup of festival performances, guaranteed to put you in the holiday spirit. Time for 3, the Grammy and Emmy winning string trio performing their A Time for 3 holiday program on December 22nd. Acclaimed bluegrass ensemble Authentic Unlimited bringing their An Authentic Christmas show on December 23rd. The Silhouettes, the world-renowned shadow dance company, presenting The Light of Christmas on December 27th. Mountain Film on tour, co-president with Vail Symposium, kicking off the new year of January 2nd with a selection of inspiring documentary shorts. And the legendary Chicago-based comedy troupe, The Second City, celebrating 65 years of laughs on January 3rd. Go to villarpac.org to get your tickets.
Daily Flash.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun. Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
I
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
We want to thank you so much for tuning into this December 1st edition of Good Morning Vail. I cannot believe we've already made it to December. Make sure you mark your calendars for Colorado Gives Day. It's one of the great days that helps many of our nonprofits stay afloat and provide you with such great events and activities and support and community outreach. So make sure that you mark your calendars for that. There are so many wonderful things always taking place here in the community, and we love getting to be a part of it. So make sure you tune in 7 days a week. I've been your host, Maddie Evans, and we'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World.